All right, Peter, North Dakota, welcome to the show.
Yep, way up here in the border state. I had a little bit of a concern with the way that you're treating the oil companies.
You're kidding. Don't you have a problem with the way that they're treating you?
Well, you see, the thing is, I'd like to think that one of the big reasons that we have the high oil prices is that it's our personal responsibility. I mean, Americans...
What?
We live in the suburbs. We drive an hour to work. I mean,
So we deserve to be gouged because we have to travel from the suburbs to the city?
But they realize that Americans, OPEC realize this, speculators realize this, and the oil companies realize this. Americans are willing to spend that much money on gasoline. Even at $3 a gallon, the demand for oil stays almost exactly as where...
Tell me what the alternative is then.
The alternative is to change our lifestyle. I mean,
Okay, so here in Arizona, you want people from Tempe to walk to downtown Phoenix to where the jobs are. You want people to walk 20 miles from Tempe into the heart of central Phoenix where the jobs are. Do you know what you're at? Do you know what you are presenting? You are asking for complete and utter poverty to ensue for anyone that lives in the suburbs.
Yes, but this is the problem, though, that is...
No. The problem is that there's no investment in alternative fuels. The problem is that there's a definite legislative agenda that says we were never going to do any type of scientific investigating or any type of legislation or any type of work. I mean, just look at Brazil, who doesn't fall under U.S. legislation. They looked at us, they said, you know what, screw this. We're making flex fuel. GM, an American company, General Motors, makes the cars used in Brazil for flex fuel. So Brazil can be oil independent. They sell the oil at a profit to other places that need the oil. And they don't even use the oil that they have. Now that, my friend from North Dakota, is a responsible government. But if you are going to call into my show and defend the people that are screwing you, this either has to be a complete sick joke or you are a Republican. Because you will vote against your own best interest. Gouging is illegal. It's like saying if your home got hit by a tornado in North Dakota, it would be like the people coming in and saying, oh, well, you need home building. Why, yes, you need it and I've got it, so I'm going to charge you 18 times the market rate. You would sing an entirely different tune besides supply and demand now, wouldn't you?
But the situation should have been that I should have had some insurance policy. I should have been prepared for the tornado.
And you are out of your freaking mind. Gouging is illegal because exactly the scenario that I have laid out for you. You cannot take advantage of people that need something the most and gouge them, make obscene profits, and then give the profits to some of the most heinous enemies of the United States. And then, of course, turn around and say, oh, well, that's a good deal for the United States. And that is exactly what they have legislated. In fact, they're taking money out of your paycheck, giving them $14 billion in tax breaks, and they're taking that $14 billion and paying back their shareholders. They didn't even make the investment that they told us that they were going to make. Exxon would love to charge you twice as much. I guarantee you, they would love to charge you twice as much.
But what if I invest in Exxon?
Yeah, and what if you don't have two nickels to rub together? Well, you know what? You're still going to need the gas. What it is an issue of national security. Our economy is an issue of national prowess. Our economy is our national security. And if people cannot afford to go to work, then what happens to our country? I mean, what? Do you want to start looking more and more like Iraq? Do you want to start looking more and more like a third world country? Well, then you keep arguing against your own best interest, and you keep arguing against the laws set in place for gouging.
Here's my question, though. Is there even enough money in the United States that does the United States still even have its dominance over other countries to even support having a large middle class?
Well, exactly. And doesn't that make sense to you that exactly what you're saying, the exact opposite is what should happen? Listen, we are giving tax breaks to the people that can afford it the most. The companies that can afford it the most in a time of war. And we're taking the Treasury and we're just giving it away.
Well, I agree on the tax breaks issue. I mean, I don't believe in supply-side economics.
Tell me, why do you think corporations are regulated? Why do you think that we have regulations for corporations? Because they don't have a conscience. They are not serving your national security. They are international global corporations. And these companies are only in it to serve their management and their executives and these people that have all of their money wrapped up in stock options. And that is how they get paid. So gouging is in their best interest. It's not in the best interest of you. It's not in the best interest of the United States, especially in a time of war. And what you are doing is advocating to make America less strong.
Well, kind of. Well,
yes, kind of. Yes, exactly. Exactly, kind of. Thank you for calling. Goodbye. Wow.